G'day folks, and welcome to another update on Great Chesterford Junction. You may remember that last time that this area here was the removable scenery part was being worked on, and you'll probably notice now that there's considerably more trees on this area. I've also permanently fixed down my little man there, my little context man, and you'll notice that we've also got a stone circle here. And this is bordered now by a row of trees which divide this from the airfield, which is now grassed as well. Now I have a lot more work to do on the airfield. There's bits and pieces that have to be added, but that is all in good time because I've had enough of scenery at the moment. I'll come back to it shortly. The other thing I've done here is there was a tunnel opening here to go through the wall, but I've decided to create that as a scenic a part of the scenery thing. I don't know what you'd call that. It's just part of the scenery, and so it's disguised with trees, but you can see that the scenery goes right across there and out through the wall. There'll be another tree in the corner there as well to finish it off a bit. Now, to get the scenery out of my system, I've started working on this control panel here, and this is just a prototype. It's a rough cut thing, just basically set up here to see if I can get it to work and to get an idea of what dimensions I need. It's designed so that it can fold up because I have a sliding fiddle yard down below this, and I need to be able to pull that right out if I need to, so it has to fold up out of the way. It's also good if I need to do anything to it, and being an analog system, it has this is a homemade controller built here, and we've got a relay, a couple of switches, a potentiometer, and various isolating switches to make it all work. The challenge with it is that I've got three sections, and it's divided into three sections, and one of the sections is outside the wall, and the second section comes from just outside the wall and into the bay platform, and the third section is the main platform here at Bamford. And originally I had all of this under the control of Great Chesterford Junction from this controller down here, which is okay, but I mean you're too far removed from where the action is by the time a train gets up to the branch. So really that controller was originally only designed to do the branch and then out through into the workshop there. So what we've got here, folks, is a direction switch for Bamford's controller, and that's the knob for Bamford's controller, so that way or that way. And here we have a switch which actually throws a relay in conjunction with this switch here. Maybe I should explain this one first. When the switch is over this side, Bamford has control of the station area here in front of us. So this station area here and associated sidings pretty much almost up to the tunnel out through the wall. So we've got control of that area. Now, if we switch over to Great Chesterford Junction, that gives Great Chesterford Junction on the controller on the main lines complete control of this whole area here. So it cancels out the Bamford controller. Now, if we have Bamford selected, when we come across to this switch here, I've got a short shunt and a long shunt. The short shunt means that I can only shunt Bamford within the confines of the sidings here on this side of the platform, which leaves the other side of the platform free for control from Great Chesterford Junction to send a shuttle up, or an independent train, into the bay platform. But if I switch it over to long shunt on this side, under control of Bamford, the whole area can be controlled as said before, but the area extends out through the tunnel through the wall and for another 3 or 4 feet down the wall to give an area where a train could be pulled out to put into the sidings over behind the platform here. So it sounds complicated, folks, and it is. It took me a while to work out some of the wiring.